I heard about Jam Pro from my business partner, who's not here today. We both worked at the same company. This was before we started working for Jam Pro full time. He brought me the idea. He was like, "Well, can you tell me, fill me in on like kind of what I'm missing out on? Why can't I start this business on my own?" So I sat down, looked at it. We came and spoke to Jim, and Jim was just, once he started breaking it down, it was just too good to be true. So at that point, I was just like, hey, this is something I think we can do. And then we just basically jumped head first, and a year later, here we are, full-time Jam Pro owners. First year business is good. Came in at the very bottom plan, FP5, and now we are one of the more successful franchise owners for the Nashville area. So, I'd say it's going pretty well. Well, one, the freedom to be on your own, working for yourself, that was the main point. But also, two, I had faith in myself, and I knew I had the ability to lead and be a good boss. So once you have that faith and once you have that understanding of yourself and that confidence in yourself, it kind of pushes you to separate yourself from, the standard workforce and to kind of make those moves to do more. More obviously becoming a business owner. Tolerance. So one of the things that you learn early on as a business owner is that pretty much you have to endure. Even when you want to say certain things or you want to act a certain way or you might want to do certain things, you realize you can't because I have to think it's bigger than me. It's about, my business, it's about my brand. So I would say tolerance is one of those things that was key early on. It's made it more enjoyable. The one thing that I always tell people is you can't put a price on peace. Meaning, if you're happy in your life, you can wake up, you can do the things you want to do. You don't have to be here necessarily all the time at this time and leave at this time. Work at your own pace, perform at your own pace. So I think that would probably be the biggest thing for me was just peace, man. Just being able to, I wake up every day and I play Xbox for like 6-7 hours a day. And I still, can go to work, chill at work. Me and my business partner, we talk all night, clean some stuff, and then go home. It's none of that micromanagement that you hear from other places or anything like that. So it's a great experience. I would definitely say I'm more fulfilled. I feel like all the goals that I set for myself at a younger age, all those ambitions that I had, I feel like they're far more attainable now that I work for myself and I have the freedom to do other things. And also my income is not limited. Because if you think about it, when you work for somebody else, no matter how good you perform, they're only going to pay you so much. So in that sense, you're really limited in what you can do. Whereas now, I can actually be compensated for my great work ethic, which is important because you always want to feel like the harder you work, the more you can achieve. Which in reality, if you work for somebody else, it's not reality. So when you work for yourself, you can make that a reality. Their experience. Jim, having the big business background as well as this current business really gives me insight, the fact that I can call him at any time and, ask him certain questions about certain things, business related, whether that be Jam Pro field or not. It's big, being able to have somebody you can turn to, because one of the things that you might feel like when you first started is, man, this is a lot. I'm swamped. I'm overburdened. But when you have people in your corner who have been there, who know, specialize in certain areas, you don't really feel it, because you feel like if you ever feel like that, they're just a phone call away, and those situations can easily be fixed. Ideally, as a good business owner, you wouldn't really have too many low points. You want to keep those to a minimum, but other than that, especially the high points, they've been there, and even the very, very few instances that I've had where I've had issues with customers, they've been there. They've helped me through it. It was never like, hey, go out there and do it on your own and good luck. It was never none of that. It was always, hey, handle it. This is how this is a suggestion that we'll give you. You can obviously choose the way you want to do it best because you work for yourself, and if you need anything, hey, feel free to pick up the phone, give us a call. I would say don't think as easy as it is to make money, don't take that for granted. Make sure that when you come in, even when you start, as you progress throughout the whole process, make sure you show that same hunger, that same desire, that same fire that you showed when you was in the initial meeting. And Jim was explaining about all the potential income and you got real happy and real excited. make sure that that same excitement, make sure that same enthusiasm carries over into your work too. As long as you do that, then pretty much the sky's the limit. Like I said, I came at the base package, and I'm doing pretty well right now. So, and it's only been right over a year, literally right over a year. And I've been in this spot for past the point that it wasn't even a year yet. So in less than a year, I went from basic member of society to successful business owner in a matter of months. So anything you put your mind to, it's possible. Freedom. I do work every day because obviously whether I'm physically cleaning or I have to go check on employees, I do work every day. But I mean, like I said, I spend 6-7 hours a day playing Xbox. Whereas when I was working for my previous job and I was in school, I was trying to get to where I am now, and then I was also having to deal with work full time. So I didn't really have a lot of time, and obviously you can always use more money. So sometimes you feel like let me go, if I got free time, let me go get a second job, make some extra money. But I don't feel like that now. I feel like everything it flows smooth. I'm an organized person, so I just make sure putting certain things in place so the business can run smooth, and everything just seems better now, free. They always say, well, what is freedom? I got a pretty good idea.